Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We're heading home today after a quick trip, we hope, to Buc-ee's and the Smoky Mountains National Park.
That's right.
Visitor center at, I can't remember the name, but we'll tell you in a little bit.
Right.
While we're sitting at Buc-ee's charging, because it's right here at this exit, we're going to make sure we can make this little jog into the park before we head on out of the mountains and into North Carolina and then out of the mountains.
Right.
So Don and I have been using these carts at the hotel, and they have really, early on we made 2 trips, and it was a lot of stuff. I wanted to show that this thing here has been instrumental in getting our beverages in and out without spilling them. They have coffee in the morning. We filled up downstairs and they're ready to go for the day. But this is us in and out. We gotta each of us knows our roles and responsibilities, and we get it done pretty quick. It's worked well for us. Yeah, we were talking at breakfast about, this whole road trip thing works for us.
Yeah, we did okay. Yeah, the only thing, the in-room coffee has fallen off since the last time I've been in hotels. Some places don't even have it anymore. And some of them, the little coffee pots, they just don't work. One of them doesn't work, and one of them, it was okay. So we only had one, of all the hotels, we only had coffee in the room one time.
Yeah, a couple mornings Don went downstairs and got coffee and came back up
before
we went to breakfast. And some mornings, like this morning, we just waited till we got downstairs.
Yeah.
I've what's the right word? I've handled it.
Yes. Yes, sure. She's handled it well.
I have. I didn't complain this morning.
You're real.
Yeah. Well, this room, of all the rooms we've been in, worst room on the entire trip, in my opinion. Not for sleep quality, but the sleep was fine, but everything, all the other stuff. Yeah. I will be leaving them.
Clean.
I will be.
Stuff just didn't work.
Yeah, including the coffee pot this morning. It spit out cold water that was tinged a little bit. Yeah, one of the things last night is there's a curb here, and there's no ramp to get up with the luggage thing. So we were parked, and I can't lift the camera. Yeah, we were parked right there, but we had to go way down there with the luggage thing and go through the handicapped, walking area to get the luggage thing over to the truck to put the stuff up. I don't know why there would not be a little ramp here. It's the only hotel we've been at where it's been that way. It is painted yellow so you won't kill yourself, but I don't know. Don's down there on the end. I've been unloading the luggage rack, and he's been moving the car to a safe parking spot at night. The truck. We're proud of our bugs, our multi-state front bumper bugs. Thank goodness the rest of the truck looks better. In the morning, keep outlets on for 12 hours. Yeah, Sevierville, but it's also Kodak, so I don't know. Anyway, first stop, Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's in Tennessee, so this will be our fourth Buc-ee's if you count the one in Florence that we drove down to.
Yeah.
Because we went in Colorado, we went somewhere else, didn't we?
Yeah,
we were at a Buc-ee's yesterday, and then today, and then there's the one we drove to in Florence, South Carolina, and we're getting one near us, but it's going to be a year and a half or something.
Oh, it says no U-turn. See if the truck knows that.
Well, that's yucky.
I can't.
It's going up to the circle. It does know that there's no U-turn, and it's going to a circle.
This is impressive.
And apparently, it's going to bring us into Buc-ee's the back way. Well, what do you know? God, you gotta love navigate. As much as we gripe about parking and navigation, because it's the only, the speed profiles. It's the only real thing left to gripe about. But in a city where you don't know where you're going, it's invaluable. I don't know how other people do it. I don't. So on my camera, if I close it and I reopen it, it resets to straight. And if I do stuff with it, I can sort of get it to move itself down, but the button's not working. But Grok was telling us last night there's a button rebuild kit on Amazon. And since it's not working anyway, Dawn might as well, I got faith in Dawn's repair skills. We might as well, I think I'm going to go look at it today and order it. I'm going to get a new camera, but it wouldn't be nice if this camera could still be a backup camera and not a boat anchor. That's an old IBM term for those big CRT screens or computers that had been outdated so long they were worthless. We called them boat anchors. It would be nice if it would still be a backup camera. So I'll try to get the button ordered while we're in the car today. Yeah, it'd be nice if that truck would go a little slower, the Ford there, and not almost hit us in the curve because he can't drive.
Yeah, well, he certainly wasn't worried about staying on his side.
He was not even a little bit. Yeah, well, I did not know we would be able to get into the Buc-ee's the back way. I thought there was going to be some gyrations to get over there this morning, so that's a plus.
Oh, this one's got Buc-ee's Boulevard.
Yeah. Maybe the Ford's going to run out of gas, and that's why he's in a rush to get to the pumps.
Well, hopefully, this is correct. I saw it say it took the third interest.
Okay.
Now, I have no idea if it's going to drag us by the gas pumps just to get to the superchargers, which I don't appreciate. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Well, like I said, Elon talked about FSD remembering parking preferences and stuff.
At charger is picked.
All right.
So, we'll see.
Well, these Buc-ee's are huge. There is a better way in and out, but it's also...
Oh, they got somebody else's chargers.
Yeah, they do. Grok told me that.
That's impressive.
They're separated from the Tesla ones. Maybe there wasn't enough room down here. Well, it has seemed to take us around. Oh, there's another Cybertruck charging. So as we were loading up at the hotel, a lady about my age came over. She looked to be traveling with her sister, possibly twin, and her husband. And she wants you, can I look in the back of it? I've always wanted to see inside of one. And you know how we are. Sure.
Absolutely.
And then she peeked in, but I really parked next. And he's got bugs too.
Oh, it's gonna...
No, really? No. Oh, come on. There's blue lines there and everything. Silly truck. Oh, Don's going to have to repark again. Dang it.
Total failure.
Well, I don't really appreciate it. This particular Buc-ee's having to walk through the pumps to get to the store, but it's okay. If it wasn't $60, there's a Buc-ee's inflatable. That's pretty cool. Used to do the penny presses with the boys everywhere we went, but I've stopped. And you're right, without the pennies.
It's gonna have to go away?
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Wow.
Everybody's happy in Buc-ee's this morning.
Yes.
I snuck in a few things.
That's fine.
Oh, that's right. We came in over here. So Mercedes is the other charger here, and there were 6 pedestals, but they had 2 cables each, so 12 cars could charge over there. Yep.
And I didn't look if they were NACS or CCS. I'm sure they were CCS.
I didn't look either.
I mean,
not something I think about.
Right.
We didn't go down to the Buc-ee's statue. It started raining and it's wet.
Yeah.
But there was one. I charged up to 73%. And we are headed to the Sugarlands Visitor Center, which is inside Smoky Mountains National Park, so I can get my passport stamped. And then we're going to head on to Cherokee, North Carolina on some back roads, because that'll get us around the I-40 one-lane construction nightmare, which we've been worried about. That's damage from Hurricane Helene. And then it has us stopping in Old Fort on I-40, which is on the other side of Asheville. We'll be going through Asheville and then home. And it says 3:30, so we figure that means 5 o'clock by the time we take photo ops and I get out at the visitor center and buy a sticker and all of that stuff. So I told Sam we'd be home before 5 was likely, and I think we're on target for that. But we're actually going to be with that detour down to Cherokee to avoid I-40 near the state line. That actually has us staying in Smoky Mountain National Forest longer.
Yeah.
And it should be a nice scenic view. And this rain is not, there's patches of blue up there. It's not super solid, so I'm hopeful that we can still have a good view this morning.
Yeah.
Did you want to add something?
Yeah, well, we'll be on back roads, really back roads all the way to Asheville. We'll go through the Smoky Mountains and we'll hit I-40 in Asheville. And obviously we're pretty familiar with the I-40 from Asheville to home.
Yeah.
But that's okay. But we'll be on back roads for half the day.
Yeah. So off in the distance we can enjoy the Blue Ridge. We can see the mountains, but there's so much stuff down here that trying to take a real picture is not really possible. We are near Dollywood, so if you've heard of Dollywood theme park before, that's where we are. We're in Dolly Parton country. I'm singing 9 to 5 in my head. Well, we got lots more mountains to see today, and I'm sure some great views. I don't know what we just passed for sure, but there was King Kong up on there's a second diner I've seen in town. There was King Kong up on a roof, and there was an upside down building, and there was a big ship, and there's more stuff. You know, we're just saying, we're not near the ocean here. There's an aquarium in town. I'm like, well, I guess they want to bring the ocean to people that don't get to the ocean. You know, North Carolina has 3 state aquariums, and they're all along the ocean. One's near Emerald Isle vacation spot. One's down in that place where we go to at Fort Fisher. And one is up by Cape Hatteras Lighthouse.
Well, you know, I'm going to say this has something. Is there skiing here in the winter?
Well, yeah, we can't be too far from skiing. We're in the mountains. Of course, all the skiing here is supplemented with the other theme parks. And, well, besides Dollywood, there's been a lot of, like, adventure. It's kind of like being at the beach. There's been adventure landings and other things to do around town when you're not doing the main thing you came for.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm thinking is, yeah, I think this looks like the drag to the beach. I agree 100%. I guess I'm thinking, obviously all these are trying to get tourists.
Yeah.
But is tourists that big into the Smoky Mountains state? I mean, is
obviously with all of this here, it's got to be, right?
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. But then if there was snow skiing nearby, that makes sense too.
Right. Well, I think here in North Carolina, and let me tell you, it's just as humid here as it is in Raleigh. We walked out of the hotel this morning. It's like, yeah, humid. But people come to the mountains when it's 100 degrees in Raleigh, it's 80 or 85 here, or even up in the higher elevations in the 70s. We would not have any snow here in the summer anywhere, even in I don't even think Grandfather Mountain has snow in the summer. But it's still cooler here, so people like to come from warmer places, farther east here to enjoy a week of vacation in the summer where they're not so hot. That's a common thing. Yeah. Well, there's just all kind of, so we were in Knoxville, but now we're in Gatlinburg, and Gatlinburg is more looking much more touristy.
Oh, this is, yeah.
Yeah, there's mini golf everywhere and little rides to do, and I don't even know how you would try to cover this town if you wanted to, quote, do it all.
Right.
But it looks like we're headed to, it looks very much like Myrtle Beach, only it's set in the mountains. And we haven't seen any surfboards. Yeah, so I misspoke a little bit. We're officially in Pigeon Forge, but Gatlinburg is adjoining Pigeon Forge, and Dollywood is here in Pigeon Forge, and there is skiing. There is, yeah, the turn for Dollywood. There is skiing 10 miles from here. We just were talking to Grok. Sugar Mountain and Beach Mountain in North Carolina are the 2 big ski resorts where they make enough snow that you can go skiing. People in North Carolina certainly go to the mountains to ski.
Yeah, I guess maybe, look, I like country music. I like Dolly Parton's song. I mean, I would consider going to Dollywood. But I guess I always think about destination like that would be like Walt Disney World or Six Flags or something like that. I guess I never thought about Dollywood being a destination. I would take my family for a week or 3 nights or something in Dollywood. But I guess that's what you can do that, and there apparently are plenty of people who do that.
So we are on the Great Smoky Mountains Pigeon Forge National Parkway. The park is in 7 miles. And I don't think there's a whole lot else down this way except for like you would want to drive for fun or go to the park, into the park. So starting to see some stonework over here, you know, on the Blue Ridge Parkway. All of the entrances have the pretty stonework. Here's North Carolina and Tennessee trees at their finest. Covering the road. Well, I have no desperate need for Starlink right now, and it was really putting a glare on the window and some spots that might be pretty, so we took it down. I mean, with all the trees, I can't. First off, I'm not trying to edit while we're in the Smoky Mountains. And so we have, they have a take a selfie picture little stand here. That's kind of cool. Now we can take a better picture, but I just want to give, we just took a picture at the park sign. I just want to give Don a special thank you this morning, because when I mentioned wanting to come and stamp my new national park passport, Don didn't hesitate. Figure out how to make it happen, figure out where we need to navigate to, and yeah, he's focusing on pulling out, but you get the gist. Just want to give Don a special shout out this morning, because when I mentioned wanting to get the national park passport stamp, this will be our 3rd national park on the trip. Gateway Arch, Rocky Mountains, and now Smoky Mountains. Yeah. Don just said figure out where we need to navigate to, figure out if we can possibly fit it in. He didn't hesitate, not one little bit. And yeah, I would say we're, you know, pretty darn comfortable on the road trip, and stopping for stuff has just really worked well for us. It has. It's broke up the drive. I mean, we'll figure it out tomorrow. Well, there'll be a wrap up video maybe tonight. We've gone over 3,000 miles easily, because there's like 1,800 out and 1,800 back, and plus driving around in Colorado. So. Right. But with the way we've broken up the trip, it just didn't seem like we drove anywhere near that many miles. And FSD. Right. Yeah. Put on my microphone, because that really does cut down on the window noise and lets me narrate what I'm talking about shooting, but not, you know, not have the wind noise. Anyway, of course, when I started filming, I don't see any, but there's been a lot of pretty pink flowering mimosa trees up here, and I'm really enjoying them. We're here at the right week where the flowers are on them. And, oh, there's our first really nice view. Yeah. Well, that's Gatlinburg down there, best as we understand it. And we're still not quite inside Smoky Mountain National Park, but this is a great view. We're at an official overlook here. And it looks like the Blue Ridge looks. That's right, I was gonna get my microphone, sorry. Yep, where the sky filtered light changes by the minute. I think it's gonna be a nice day here today. I'm missing it, but there's the cables for the ski lift. We do see, or the ride lift, down in Gatlinburg that takes you up. I've never done that. That's pretty high. I'm actually thinking that I've been to Dollywood. Yeah. But I'll have to double check that. Right there's another one of the towers. It's really not it's really a ride. One of those cars takes you there it is through the trees. Yeah. Woo, you are up there, baby. Yeah. Yeah, we went on one when Johnny was really small, and I was worried about Johnny staying secured. I remember it was on the ski lift. Yeah, or the ride thing. Yeah, I was a little worried. He met the minimum height, but it was scary. Well, you never know if they're going to freak out when they get up there. You're going to have to pin them down so they don't get, you know. But it worked out okay. And we're still not inside the park. We're on the parkway to the park, but we're not in the park yet. That's right. Coming up, though. The visitor center is about 3 miles in the park. And as it turns out, since we just wanted to skip I-40 at the North Carolina-Tennessee border where it's down to 1 lane, I think we just keep on basically driving through the park. The Something Cove Visitor Center, that's not too far from here, is an 11-mile loop. So you go in and then you just do the loop. Oh, and it's a one-way loop too, by the way. But we're not doing that today. Don't care about going into the visitor center, and it's so busy here. They just opened at 9 and it's like 9:30. There's a juniper, by the way. He's just going to circle while I run in. There's another red juniper. Actually, it's not a juniper. It's a...
Well, there was one.
The red one, but this one is a... It's a 3. It's a Highland 3. Anyway, Don's going to let me out. I'm going to go in and do what I need to do, and then Don's just going to circle. I think I can spot him in the Cybertruck. Won't be a problem. My God, that was a zoo. You might as well have been in the New York City on a New Year's Eve or something. I don't know. My God, that was just intense in there. And there's the second juniper in the parking lot in red. But I got my stamp. I got my park stamp, which is a little messed up. It is. I did the best I could when I needed Michelle. And I got the 250 stamp. It's all good. And I got the stamp, the pretty stamp to put in the book too. And I told 2 of the people in there, because I interacted with 2 different park rangers, that I'd been to Rocky Mountain National Park and Smoky Mountain National Park all in the same week, and they said that was really impressive. And the one guy had been to Rocky Mountain National Park, and he said that's a really pretty park. And I said yes, it was. And we were so lucky to have local people that live in Colorado take us there, so that we would, just kind of had been there before, sort of knew the lay of the land stuff. So anyway, we're fixing to get out of here if we can. It's, like I said, it's a zoo. Who would have thought on a Thursday in the summer that it would have been such a zoo? Yep. Okay, we're on our way to Cherokee, North Carolina, and we're going to see if we can enter the park or go past the visitor center on the Cherokee, North Carolina side. We got a stamp over here. The other stamp was 24 miles in the wrong direction, so we're not going to do that. Our arrival time at home is just after 4 o'clock, so we still have a little bit of time for that 5 p.m. time. I don't want to send Sam home too late or take advantage of Sam staying too long today. But I'm glad to be away from the visitor center and back out here on the open road.
Yeah.
That was tense.
Notice I just went by a trailhead. There was 1 car.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't know what people come to the Smoky Mountains for, other than like us just drive through it.
Right. Well, there's a lot of stuff. There was an information area in there, and a lot of people were getting maps and trying to understand how they were going to spend their time here. And there was a park ranger making 2 boys with 1 family. I use making loosely. Having fun with 2 boys and 1 family, making them promise to take care of the land in the park, and doing fun, like Boy Scout kind of things with the kids. It was a female park ranger with 2 boys. And then there were a lot of people buying merchandise, I guess, that you can only get at state parks. And there were people stamping their books. Not a lot of people, but there were some. They had the 250 stamp at the information desk and the regular stamp off to the side, like you would have expected. And seriously, there were not less than 500 people in and around that little tiny building.
Right.
Wow.
The parking lot was a zoo, and now you were supposed to get a parking pass if you were going to be there parked more than 15 minutes.
Right.
And we weren't. I think we were easily under the 15 minutes. But the point is, we were there to get in and out. We weren't there to park, and so I did buy a $5 parking pass.
Yeah, I want to be in the conversation that says the parking thing helps us. Is a good thing. I think it was slowing everything down and making it more crowded than it needed to be. But
I got in line to buy a parking pass.
Right.
Standing in line, I read the instructions. The last one said, if you're here for 15 minutes or less, no parking pass is required. And so I got out of line and went and peed and got back in the truck.
Right. There was piece of wood on the side of the road, and the truck wasn't sure what to make about it.
Yeah.
We probably will do a couple more overlooks today. I'll have to choose and pick, though, which ones. We can't do them all.
Right.
Well, there's no cell service here, but I'm still not putting Starlink back up because with all these trees and these twisty turns, there's just basically no way it's going to be great right now either.
Right.
But I'm missing my connectivity. It's the first time on the entire trip I haven't had connectivity.
Yeah. Defeated by trees.
Yeah, but I love them. I love them. This is what sloth mode is all about. Wow, that's pretty up there. Well, you know, obviously I've been on the Blue Ridge Parkway quite a bit, and I've been to Knoxville and through Gatlinburg before with my parents, those two cities, and it's all very similar up here, same mountain chain, but I don't think I've been on this particular road before.
My ears are popping.
Yeah, my ears just popped too. It only popped once today, probably. Not like 6 or 7 times like they did going up to Pikes Peak.
We won't have to worry about popping the bag of potato chips. We don't have any potato chips.
Well, we got pork rinds, but they didn't pop at Pikes Peak. Well, no, where they were home at Pikes. They were home at Pikes Peak.
Popped.
Right, our pork rinds were home at Pikes Peak,
Yeah,
but
Adam and Michelle's cocaine chips, they popped.
well, you can put your microphone on now so we can hear you too. Won't hurt anything. I told Don he wasn't talking, but he is talking, and that's good because I want Don to participate in the conversation.
Oh, it's raining.
It's raining. It's coming in on me and the camera. I'm not happy.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is.
Well, you know, though, it's going to change again here really soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just went through a little tunnel. You can see the rain.
Hey, it's cleaning the windshield.
Yeah, maybe to get some of those bugs off, because I told Don, you get home, that's a priority. This is Chimney Tops Trailhead, not to be confused with Chimney Rock, North Carolina, which is I've been to and is actually really pretty cool.
Well, that's the first place we've seen where there was actually people pulled off and, you know, like going on a hike or something.
Right. Well, if I was here and today was my day to go, I would be going too. So is it a Rivian in front of us?
I think it is.
I think it is a Rivian. Yeah.
Here's another.
Here's a second tunnel, little tunnel. There are a lot of them up here, all throughout the Smoky Mountains and the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Oh, that's going to be us. We're going to loop around. That's our a bridge over the thing.
Woo!
Gain a little elevation. That's pretty something. Hey, they didn't got one of those in Pikes Peak.
What's that?
Looped 180.
Wow.
Well,
Well, the switchbacks were a little tighter though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think we went in a complete circle there.
We did. We went in a complete circle and passed over ourselves.
Wow.
And my ears just popped again.
Yeah, mine too, actually. I swallowed after you said it. Well, we just passed a white Model X and a white Juniper.
Yeah.
We did not see a lot of Teslas in Arkansas, Oklahoma. Not even really in the Huntsville area. A few, a couple maybe, though. There's another Quicksilver in there.
Yeah, but here's another one of those places. This is a trailhead.
Whatever is here is people want it.
Wanted to see it. If you got rain gear, it's probably not that bad.
Right. Well, I feel sorry for the people that, like, this is their vacation highlight, and they're here today, and they're getting rained on. But we need the rain so bad. We do. We need it so bad. Oh, there was another gray. That was actually a gray Model Y. Well, buddy, that's not a... Here's a white Y. We can tell we're back in North Carolina. Yeah. Well, Tennessee. Tennessee on the other side of the state border counts too. You can tell. All those people from Raleigh, Wake County are over here, or up from Charlotte are over here having vacation today.
Yeah, so this must be big. We don't know anything, so we should make a note of this. If we ever come back, we probably ought to do that.
Whatever that was important.
Important, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll be back in the mountains again in case. in the not too distant future. But making it over to the Tennessee side is a little, you know, impossible to do for a day trip. And yeah. It's a few minutes away with a lot of curves, but we're coming up on the border with North Carolina. We're getting close to the North Carolina border. It's pretty even in the rain. Changes every second with those clouds out there. We have a lot of temperature inversion here where clouds get trapped low, and oftentimes the valleys will be beneath the clouds. Tunnel!
A dark one.
Is it long enough to actually be a tunnel?
Yeah.
Not really.
I don't know.
I think I can scream and hold my breath through this one, no problem.
Yeah.
Crow here is hoping we'll feed him. Sorry, buddy. I don't have anything that would be safe for you to eat. Healthy for you to eat. You see the sun over there?
I can't tell if
I can't either.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm wearing out the other button because you know, we keep pulling off at the these turnouts, and I don't know how you're going to tell FSD or who how you handle that, because it's basically you come around a curve and bang, you want to pull off there.
Yeah, no choice but to take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, Elon, you need I'm on vacation and my wife wants to take a picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did say that when we tried to navigate the day we went to Homestead Creamery up in Virginia,
Yeah.
that we need a way to say, I want to go down this stretch of the Blue Ridge Parkway or the national parks, and I want to stop at the overlooks.
Yeah.
And I need not this one button, but I need you to map it out for me, just like Don just said.
Probably the bottom of this hill.
Yeah, we're getting really close to pass it into North Carolina. Yeah, the other thing about Cades Cove, if we had gone there, that's an 11-mile... Well, we passed into North Carolina and there was no sign. I'm just going to tell you we're in North Carolina now and there's no sign. Look at the rocks.
Yeah, we didn't see any sign. It missed that 35.
Well, we went through several miles where it was really diminished visibility and a lot of fog.
We're going down the mountain now, so we're coming off on the other side. I saw a sign probably 5 miles ago that said Cherokee was 20 miles, so we're probably 15 miles from Cherokee. Ah, look at that, 15 miles.
15 miles, yeah.
Way neat.
This is way the heck better than picking up 40 earlier.
Yeah. And the best thing about it, no trucks. As in tractor trailers.
Right. Yeah, I was ready to get off the interstate yesterday 5 minutes after we were on the interstate.
Yeah.
And I don't think Don was too far behind me.
Yeah. Well, you know, we hadn't had to deal with them really in any significant way since Kansas.
Right. Well, it was never our intent to really be on the back roads as much as we ended up on the U.S. highways, but it was fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eisenhower, but the interstate system is not just for cars.
Yeah.
It was a little crowded out there.
Yeah.
For families on vacation. So I think there was a Cherokee pretty much in the last 4 states, you know, because they moved them as the white man took over the U.S. and spread west. We kept on pushing them. That's why they call it the Trail of Tears. We have plays at the Outer Banks or here in the mountains, you know, talking about that history, sad history. Well, all I was really going to say is the Indians here have a casino too.
Yes, they have their casino.
They have a casino too. I just wanted to show that the water runs along the road here too, like it did in Colorado. Pretty standard stuff. There's rhododendron here, the shrub with the white flowers. I was hoping maybe it was mountain laurel, but it's not. You know, I realize a lot of the noise on the road is from tires. But we've passed 3 more Teslas here in the last mile, and they were going the other way. And really, you know, you want people in EVs up on the parkway and in the mountains and stuff, because less fumes for the trees. I mean, this is a natural area, so the more EVs you get up here, the better.
Yeah.
But it's pretty. I'd like to be down there in the tube. Be a little cold today, though. It's only 64 standing right here. Just saw a wild turkey.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been, you know, like related to me.
I turned to see if it was a bear cub at first.
Yeah, but it was
a turkey.
I saw it too.
Yeah. And we've seen several signs for horse riding trails. So apparently it's a thing to come up here with your horse, camp, and go
bridle trail.
Yeah, trail riding. Yeah. Is that deer? I guess that's deer.
Elk, deer, something.
I don't think we have moose.
I don't think so. Not a moose.
I don't think so. We have black bears here, though, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know pronouncing it right, but we're at the Okaloofi Visitor Center. Sounds like another Indian tribe. I'll ask someone to pronounce it in there. I really do care about pronouncing this stuff right. I just, when it's not words you've said before, you just may not know. Yeah. So I get my other park stamp. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And I need to use the bathroom.
And I may be able to park here.
Yeah, this one is not like holy moly.
Yeah. And we're going to apply the 15-minute rule here.
Yeah, I agree that we can be in and out in 15 minutes regardless of whether we're supposed to have a parking pass or not.
Right.
Well, it just worked out that you drive from one visitor center to the other. But if you wanted to do Caves Cove, that was a separate 11-mile loop, one-way loop, and you had to do that while you were up in Tennessee. No, Don's going back for his phone. So the Rivian over here, I think that's a Georgia plate. I think it's got the peach on it. So it is parking here if you're over 15 minutes. We don't aim to be over 15. So Okanalufti Visitor Center, they need to trim their pretty tree. It's a flowering tree though. It's not really meant to be trimmed. We don't have time to do it today, but it is the Okanalufti River Trail, and it's a Cherokee word that means waist deep river or river by the river. So we are officially in Cherokee, North Carolina now. We opted not to get on the Blue Ridge Parkway today because it would have added 45 minutes to our trip home. And we're currently on target to get there around 5, and that's when we said we'd get there. And it's fine. I mean, we've been on that stretch of the Blue Ridge Parkway before. On one of the BRP Tesla drives, we came to Cherokee. Either the day of the event or the day after the event when we hung around. So we've been on that stretch of parkway before. Not to say that we wouldn't have enjoyed it today, but we also got to think about the later we leave, the more traffic we run into in the Greensboro area and near home. So that's also a consideration.
Yeah.
We couldn't help ourselves. We got up on the parkway anyway. Don's out there taking a picture of the truck on the parkway. The way the clouds are moving today, it really is pretty. So we're pretty socked in here in the valleys. The road is not socked in this bad. But we're up here on the parkway. It looks like it really does not add that much time to get home. We're on target for 5:08 now. Who knows, by the time we get out there on the open road, that's just a guesstimate anyway, but we would just much rather do this than where we were.
Right, well, the road that we were on was pretty twisty, so that's why there's not a tremendous difference in time.
Yeah.
Between taking the parkway or taking the other twisty road.
Yeah. It's white out there where the cloud is. Nice rock formation here.
Yeah, it's a different perspective when you're not up here doing fall, looking for fall colors, and you know you're seeing it's a gray day like this where the clouds are coming in.
Yep.
This is it's a different feel. It's nice.
You can keep on talking because we're on microphone to the camera, so it's not really picking up being outside of the car.
Oh, right.
Since I don't have my GoPro with me to suction mount, or the Insta360. But I've had my hands full with content. I don't know that I could have really.
Yeah. And those 360s are hard to process. They take more time.
Yeah.
And my girl, she's been busy doing all this.
Oh, God, I can barely keep up with the polar steps for our stops, let alone edit videos.
Yeah.
I am going shopping with Michelle tomorrow, and somehow I will get caught up on videos. Let's just be easy on me and say by Saturday.
Right.
By Saturday, I will get caught up. Well, I'm going to hate to leave this 60 to 63 degree weather and rain to go back to dry, hot, and humid Raleigh. Just keep that weather. We just come up here. Well, this is why local meteorologist Mike Mays got him a home up here in the mountains somewhere for when he retires, and he's now going back and forth because it's just that nice up here.
Right.
Yeah.
Water Oak, it said, I thought?
Water Rock Knob or something like that.
I didn't read the sign. I was actually looking elsewhere.
Well, there's no sense stopping at these overlooks because we can't see anything anyway. But it's still nice being up here. And we're headed toward Asheville, and all is good. And we're going to get to Hickory Supercharger at 18%. We no longer need to stop at Old Fort, which pleases us because Old Fort is, well, kind of old. It's a Stuckey's, and it's just kind of old.
Yeah.
We did through a cloud back there that was really, we couldn't see very well. But the motorcycles came around the corner. We did just see the lights.
Yeah. That was the
most dense section we've been in so far.
Yeah.
Well, FSD is handling this fog great. It can see the line. It's seeing the cars. I mean, I wouldn't want something to be all of a sudden to dart out 5 feet in front of us, but you know what? I kind of think FSD could probably still see it.
Right.
It's kind of cool. You know, out on the interstate at 70 mile an hour in heavy, dense fog would be not great, but up here on the mountain where everything is more casual and slow.
Yeah, we're doing 30-ish.
30-ish. Yeah, in a 45, so FSD in standard mode has slowed down well.
Actually getting into rain.
Yeah, just a few drops of rain.
63 now.
What's 63? Oh, the temperature. Oh, let me tell you, my arm out the window at 30 mile an hour was cool.
Yeah, we won't be stopping at this overlook.
Is there an overlook here?
Right there.
Right there. Funny. Yeah, nothing to see.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we had all kinds of weather on our trip, so I'm not too devastated. I mean, I saw several beautiful overlooks today. Every single one of them we didn't have time to stop at them all anyway, and it's kind of nice to experience even one more type of weather.
Right. But you can tell although it seems like it's raining a little heavier now, you can see the dry patches underneath the trees.
Right, it's not poured.
Right, it's not poured up here.
No puddles. Now that we're coming down the mountain again, because we've been up and down multiple times, we've lost some of the fog cover. Starting to be able to see more than 50 feet away.
Actually saw patches of blue sky.
Yep. We have some spots where there's scenic overlooks, but it's like they really could probably remove a couple of trees so people could really see at them again. I get preserving the park, but then I also get that I think the park can recover from a 2 select trees being taken down at an overlook. And that's coming from the tree hugger girl.
That's right.
Right? That's
Right.
coming from the tree hugger girl.
Right. Well, plus, like I said, some of the stuff grows up and blocks the view, and there's nothing special about those. They're not. No matter how many of these scrubby little things they pull up, there'll be plenty more next week. So they're not hurting anything getting rid of those.
I would also be of that opinion. Yates Mill is like that. I'm like, okay, guys, let's just clear a couple of these things so people can enjoy it.
Yeah, this stuff right here, there's nothing unique about that. That's just clutter. Dangerous curve.
25 mile an hour.
Oh, we're going to do a switchback.
Woo, baby. Spiral curve, apparently they call it here. I didn't know.
Well, we maybe do one of those looped around and around like we did a while ago.
Right, well, we did do a pretty good loop a while ago.
Wow, look at that.
Well, that didn't seem like much of a spiral to me, personally. But not in comparison to those ones going up Pikes Peak. They do basically close the parkway during parts of the winter here.
Yeah.
When the weather gets too bad to be up on the parkway, they're done.
Okay.
So Hickory at 18%.
Good.
Yeah, we have to have a little pad though,
Why?
because I add stops
Oh, you do?
and some of them have elevation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add frequent stops.
Right. Although Don was all in on the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Yes.
Yeah, neither one of us was feeling good about totally bypassing it today.
Just felt like that's just something you should do. If when you're in a Tesla, you need to be on the Blue Ridge Parkway,
Yeah.
if possible.
It's quiet and it doesn't put off emissions.
Yeah.
It's the perfect vehicle for a national park, in my
Quiet.
opinion.
Yeah. Doesn't disturb anything.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I just saw a person with a Great Smoky Mountains plate with the bear on it instead of our. Well, we have the blue. So now, oh God, did you take a picture of Case's license plate while we were up there at the Overlook?
No, we didn't. We'll have to.
Holy moly!
We'll
Well,
have to insert it into the picture.
Right. Well, neither one of us
I didn't think about
thought
it.
about it, but we, Case has the Blue Ridge Parkway plate.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah, because most of the times I've come to the Appalachian Mountain Trail, I've come to go on the Parkway.
That's right.
I've never been specifically going through the Great Smoky Mountains Expressway or any of that other stuff before,
Right.
but okay, well, we didn't think about that. If we had, while we were up there, we would have turned the truck so the license plate would have been in the foreground and the mountains would have been in the background.
Right.
I'm not much for AI editing pictures, but if I do decide to do that, I will mark it as such. Oh goodness, we've got a little construction here. Anyway, it's fine to arrive at the supercharger at 5%, all you people that plan better, but when your wife wants to add stops,
Yes.
you have to pad it just a little bit because
I
we're
agree.
not stopping.
That's right. We're on vacation.
Well, if you do that to your poor wife, then she won't like the EV.
That's right.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry, we can't stop because we don't have enough charge. That wouldn't go over. That would happen like once or twice, and then that would be not good. So there's the site map for Hickory. There's a Sheets there. We're familiar with this supercharger. There's actually 2 superchargers in Hickory, and this is the new one, and it's at a Lowe's Foods. The old one is in Sheets.
And the old one's a version 2?
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah. So that's why it's taking us to the version 3 one, because they're only 5 miles apart. If
They're close.
One's on one side of the interstate. In fact, the Sheets is on this side.
Yeah. Well, we're the other side of Asheville now. It's a little after 1 in the afternoon. We'll be stopping, like I said earlier, in Hickory. There's plenty of lower elevation mountains all the way into the Hickory area, and then it starts to fade away as we move farther to the east. But right now we still got runaway truck ramps and trucks with flashers on, and we're still in some elevation here.
Yeah, we're losing elevation now. We are definitely going down.
Yeah, I just don't know if we're on the final down or this is just an intermediate down.
I think this is getting close to the end, but you're right. It's roly-poly between here and Hickory.
Yeah, see that up ahead? It's a little more elevation, but I don't know if we head that way or not. If you want to stay in the elevation the longest that you can, then like you got to go up to the Virginia line and come down the Blue Ridge Parkway to the Georgia line, or excuse me, the South Carolina line. Same thing, you know, on the North Carolina side or the Tennessee side. That's really how you see a lot of variety, because it didn't take us very long this morning to go on that Great Smoky Mountains National Park drive. We're coming into the supercharger in Hickory, and it said park and parking lot, so Don changed it to park and charger. Yep. And hopefully we'll back into a stall.
Yeah. This just kind of like popped up.
Yeah. I was trying to work on the video and I fell asleep on Don. I'm so sorry, Donnie.
I told you, pretty girl, take your little nap.
Yeah, but Donnie was tired too, and I try not to go to we try to keep each other going. It's part of my passenger responsibilities. Yeah.
Well, all right. Oh, I like these superchargers because you can back in. Oh, come on, don't go into the wrong one.
It didn't. It's close, but it didn't.
Yeah.
And I said I was going to make coffee here, but we're also going to go in and maybe buy a little something.
That's good enough, I think.
I don't know what the temperature is here, but it's hot. It's 91 at the house, and at the house it says it feels like 99. Don's probably taking his Polar Steps picture. And this heat on the asphalt here is plenty hot. We got Climate Keep on because of our equipment in the truck, and it just have to charge a little longer if that's what it takes. Here's Homestead Creamery over here in Hickory. Way cool. What's this one? This one is cappuccino. Oh, I want that one. I want that one. I know it's got a lot of sugar in it. Probably has a lot of sugar in it, but that one's looking good to me. Let's get A2 cappuccino. Calpuccino. Oh yeah. Flat Rock. Michelle and Adam did like the semi-tart blackberry one. I tried one of the other flavors and I didn't like it as much. I need to stay awake for Dawn, and I need to do the video. Not yesterday's video, but the day before, because I had so much trouble uploading files. So I'm going to go around to the back of the truck and make some coffee. I need coffee. I'll keep looking for a better example, but there have been just field after field after field of lilies out here today.
Yep.
And then as the summer moves on, a lot of times these canna lilies.
Yep.
So they kind of got stages of stuff. But Dawn said while I was sleeping was the prettiest flowers. Oops. I was only out for 20 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Hi flowers, bye flowers. I keep on turning on the camera, getting it where I can get it really quick. Getting back into video edit mode because I'm a day behind, officially a day behind. And then 20 minutes pass and the camera goes into that more deep sleep mode. So then I open it up when Dawn says, hey, more flowers. And by the time it's recording, we're already past the flowers. Oops. Yeah. So Sam just chased the deer out of the front yard again. When we ask him what the worst part of staying at the house was, I'm sure it's going to be the heat was hard. Because, you know, it's not, it's 82 now because we've gotten into clouds, but it's been in the mid to upper 90s almost the entire time we've been gone. I only remember him telling me one day did it feel nice out there. So I'm sure he's going to say the heat and having to water mom's plants in it. But really it's been how many times there's been deer in the yard that the doorbell alert has gone off and he's had to run out there and chase the deer. And prior to, I would say 7 to 10 days before we left, all of a sudden the deer were in the yard every day when we hadn't been having alerts go off. And part of it was there's a mom and her fawn. And not that we're trying to be mean to them, but we just want them to move out of my front yard. My front yard is not a good place to eat things unless they can assure me they're only eating the clover, which I mowed before we left, so that's probably not what they came through to eat. Yeah, they're getting pretty desperate out there now because it's so dry.
Well, you can see here that they need rain here.
But Ring is actually to the point now, so the doorbell alert, I don't have access to that outside of hearing it in the house. But Ring went off a few minutes ago, and I've been snoozing the alerts, but it went off and the alerts had unsnoozed, the timer ran out. And a deer is grazing in your front yard. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? So I sent Sam a urgent text message, deer alert, deer alert. And he went running out to the front yard to chase the deer right at about the time the FedEx truck came down the driveway. And he said the FedEx truck was very helpful in encouraging the deer to leave because half the time we go out there, we make noise and we talk to them and we yell at them and we walk toward them and they just don't want to leave the yard. I mean, I've opened up the microphone on the cameras and talked to them and made animal noises and they won't leave. We're getting some rain now. Home at the house. I don't care about rain over here. They can stay dry. Send it to Raleigh. I don't know what I was going to say now. What was I going to say, Donnie? I was like rain. I get excited about rain.
The FedEx truck.
Yeah, it was instrumental in getting the deer to take. Oh, sometimes we talk to them through the microphone. Sometimes we put off the Ring camera alert. And they just stand there like, okay. I guess they sort of play dead like a possum. They just don't look dead. They just freeze, you know. It's more like, what's that? Red light, green light. And somebody hollered, red light. And the deer freeze and then they won't move. That's just sort of how they do. Did we see any more flowers? Not yet, but there's a pretty golden rain tree. Maybe, I don't know, that wasn't quite yellow enough. Dawn did see the confetti.
100 miles.
Again, I was not fast enough, or neither was Dawn though. But Dawn's like, there it is, and I'm like, what? Oh, confetti all over the screen. It's probably not a good idea. I'm sort of with Chuck. On this. This is not a good idea. But it was kind of cute, and I will attempt to get a picture of it.
Yeah. Well, you basically, when you're in 99 miles, you need to get your camera ready.
Well, it's your job to watch this. Can you bump out so we can... No, we don't have 100 more miles to the house. We only got... Yeah. It's trying to make a stop at Siler City now, but we're gonna think about that.
We're going to get on here and head towards
so if we remove charging stop, well, I don't want to do that right now because we're making a changing where we're going here and I don't want it to get off a track of going through Siler City. But I highly doubt it rained, so our mileage dropped. And it tried to route it to McLeansville, which wasn't going to take us home the way we wanted to go. We said, oh, no. We're going to put in Siler City to game the system and force it the direction we want.
Well,
but we'll figure it out.
What time?
5:35 if we stop in Siler City.
If we stop in Siler. We're probably not going to stop in Siler.
There's flowers. I'm recording and there's flowers. Cow. Most of them have been yellow and they're crossed over there too. And
there is a little stress because we haven't gotten much rain, of course.
Yeah, I would say they look a little sad over there. Well, we just went by the dam for Jordan Lake. We're getting on US 1. We're zoning in on the final 30 minutes, 30 miles of our trip.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to run into too much traffic the way we're heading in the back way here.
Yeah, I agree.
Are we totally staying off of 55?
Yeah, we're not getting anywhere near 55. We're
Trying
back way, 42.
Okay, way cool. I don't want to get on 55 today. That would be this other route,
Yeah.
or takes you through Holly Springs or something, and there ain't no way I want to be there at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Good. So Sam just moved his car out of the Cyberport, and we're not going to do a parking test today because we got all this stuff to unload, and probably the truck wouldn't respond like normal because there's another car up on the parking pad. And
Yeah.
anyway, so I'm gonna pull one on Sam and ask him, so will you ever stay at the house with the cats and the plants again? And see what he says.
Put him on camera.
I think the right thing to do would to be not to go away during the hottest 2 weeks of the year.
Right.
It's really not Mom's fault. That wasn't like planned, but you know, it's been pretty miserable outside while we've been gone.
Yeah. I feel for
Well, the
you.
deer did eat the hanging basket, and that's nothing Sam did or didn't do.
Yeah, they love to eat that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, we're home.
Yeah. We are home. Oh, you can see some places where things are just dried up horrible.
Yeah.
Nothing to be done about it. Well, it did just pull in over here. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna let it stop.
Yep.
All right, we're officially home.
We're officially
So what I
home.
want to know is,
Yeah.
will you ever stay with the cats and the plants again?
Yeah, I'll do it for y'all.
Just, Mom, please don't go away on the 2 hottest scorching weeks of the entire year.
Late fall.
Yeah.
For late fall.
Right, fall. Okay.
No, us Millers, we can't leave the truck looking like that. So I'm in the house putting away. There's there's laundry and stuff. Sam did a great job. The house inside looks just like I left it, and outside, all my important things look great, and he did a great job. I just ran some things out to the garage. We need rain bad though. The rain it's bad.